Hello everyone, and welcome to F1 2022. We're gonna be jumping straight into my team because why not? It's one of my favorite features since F1 2020. I love creating my own team. So we're gonna do a customized season. I did want to do 22 races because there's some tracks on there that I'm not a big fan of, and I wanted to do a shorter season because why not? So we're going to do 16 races. And we're taking out Monaco for sure because I do not enjoy driving around there, especially using the controller. And so we move on to sorting out our character and choosing our number, and then eventually naming our team Phoenix Motorsport. I thought I had a few name ideas, but Phoenix Motorsport stuck to me the most. And so we choose our title sponsor. I went for, what was it I went for at the time? It was XN Dynamics, just because it was realistic. And I decided to go for a Renault engine. I did think about having a Mercedes power engine, but I thought I'd try something different and be another Renault and see how that does. So we do have to choose our teammate. I had a few choices to pick, but we went for Oscar Piastri instead because he seems to be the most reliable one. And so we move on to sorting out our car livery. And during the designing for the livery and color choices, I was just experimenting to see what looked good and what livery style looked lovely for a car. There was quite a bit to choose from what I had available. It was just all experimenting and everything. So as you can see, we were trying to see how this particular livery looked for our car. So we were trying out the black and tried to go for like a sort of yellowish orange, but it came out looking gold, which was perfect, I must be honest. And we were trying out this livery just out of curiosity, and some other liveries here. But you'll be able to see which ones we was able to pick later on. There was just so many to choose from. It was very hard to decide. Very hard to decide because I really liked them. So we move on to our driver overlay. Very limited choices, but we also been waiting for this one because I like the style of the livery. And so we've gone for black and yellow, or black and gold, should I say? Because I tried to represent my a phoenix color from like the red to orange, yellow, blackish sort of thing. It sort of came out looking like a lotus, which is fine. I end up liking it a lot more during this editing. So here's our factory.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. We're here at the headquarters of Formula One's newest team for an exclusive first look at what they will be bringing to the sport. It's always an exciting moment to welcome a new team onto the grid. However, what makes this occasion a little more special is how strikingly different the cars are this year. Yep, the long-awaited new regulations are finally here, and with them, the start of the next era of Formula One. The 2022 season ushers in a change of direction to the regulations aimed at promoting closer racing, with new aero additions in the form of swooping front and rear wings, along with the new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres that will push tyre technology to the limit. So then, the question remains as to whether this team can grasp the opportunity before them with both hands and lead the charge against the rest of the paddock. We'll find out soon enough, as the new season is just about to begin. But first, let's see the unveiling of the team's car and meet the owner of the brand new Formula One team.
There she is, I actually went for car number 7 because 7's a lucky number for me.
Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. As you might expect, I've got about 1 million questions, so let's jump straight in.
Yeah, I kind of skipped over this because I just wanted to get to pass all these questions and get straight to the menu where we can see where we're at. But at the same time, I wanted to make sure that we get a good car and bonuses from these interviews. It's a bit of a faff, but it is what it is. And so we've done an interview now.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful to get an insight from you and, of course, to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it. And thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
So there we go. We've done the interview with Will Buxton and gave them a bit of a factory tour, which was great. So we're going to just fill in our free time for the team to sort out what they can do. So we're going to do a pre-season advertisement campaign to get some money in, and a bit I just missed. And so we can see that durability spec has gone up by 1. I was hoping it to be like aerodynamics so that the car would like handle a lot better. But it's fine. It will do for the time being. We are the third worst car on the grid, which is to be expected given that we are a brand new team. I would have thought we'd be starting last or be at the bottom, as I said, being a new team and everything. So we were looking through the upgrades, see what's been done and what's currently in development, and see what ones we can do. And I couldn't fully remember what upgrades I went for in the end, but I think it was power and chassis upgrades that we went for. As you just saw on the screen, we just applied a weight redistribution upgrade. So we fast forward time to get some dodge and resource points in, and there was another upgrade I was looking to do, and I couldn't fully remember what it was at the time. What they said. Oh yeah, we did do a power upgrade, so hopefully it will go on time for Australia. If not, Imola being the next one after Australia. So we fast forward in time, and to get some money, of course, and some resource points, and then we eventually head out to our first weekend of the season.
Hey mate, this is Mark. Just wanted to say thanks for trusting me as your race engineer. I won't let you down. The car's ready to go, but it's brand new of course, so there may be a few issues here and there. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the data from here.
So we've got a new engineer named Mark. So we head over to practice program of track acclimatization to get to see where we are, how the car performs, and throughout the process the car was just understeery as hell. It was a real struggle to turn in. Let alone, with the slow speed course it was alright, but it just felt slow and everything. And so we came up to the start finish straight on the final lap. We did fine and everything. We passed it like no problem at all, as you can see there. And so I tried to do, I see what there was on the specs. So we put it onto balance because I didn't quite see what the setups were at the time until we got onto it right now. So I kind of left it as it is for the time being, so I can continue doing more of the practice runs to gain more resource points. So I was just flicking through, see what there was for like the standards and like straight into the middle. It all seemed pretty straightforward, but I didn't touch it much afterwards. So we go on to a qualifying run, and I kind of made a bit of a mistake on this part where I forgot to put the hot lap off. I forgot to turn the hot lap off, and throughout the outlap, my battery was just drained a lot. And as we fast forward here, it slowly was depleting, and it was a doomed situation, I won't lie, but this will be a lesson learned. Don't go out until you switch off the hot lap off. So as you came down here, the hot lap was completely finished, where the battery was just completely depleted, and we didn't even get a chance to improve the time.
Okay, that's the test over, but I'm afraid we didn't get
So
what we needed.
that was a disaster. So after that, we did some quick practice runs just to get more resources and to save the time for everything. It was a bit of a faff, but on the other hand, it's a bit of a time saver, because then we can press forward in time and hopefully get more resource points to hopefully upgrade the car as efficient and as quick as possible, because we are the third worst car on the grid, just above Aston Martin and Williams, thankfully. So we managed to get a good resource points, and discounts have been applied to other categories for the upgrade department, which is very handy. Very handy. Piastri not doing too bad on it, so now we head to qualifying. So for first qualifying session of the season, this is going to be great. And so I double checked on the setups to see what else I can do. So I increased the front wing by 2, which hopefully will give me some more front end grip. Guan Yu has gone out for his new team, Alfa Romeo, as has Pierre Gasly and Lance Stroll. That's just left the garage. So see flicking through, see what else is happening. Mick Schumacher's about to go out. So we decided to fast forward time and see where everyone is in terms of their lap time and performance wise. And it looked pretty promising. So we ended up going out in the end, so we could get an idea what kind of time that we could aim for. So we did a lap time of 1:32.1, which I thought at the time was pretty decent. We were thinking about going out again. Unfortunately though, I was looking through to see where Piastri was, and he was about he was on outlet. I was just seeing what else was going on and everything. And I kind of lost track of time and sort of cocked up a little bit. So I took it to gamble and fast forwarded. And when we got to the results, it was we were 18th in the end. Not ideal, but at the same time expected, considering we are not the fastest car. We've got a long way to go, and even though we're starting near the back, we'll be able to get a good haul of points. Hopefully, it's time for the race.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Norris, and Pierre Gasly, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Sergio Perez, and Mick Schumacher, Joe, Vettel, Lance Stroll, and Phoenix. Albon, Oscar Piastri, Ricciardo, and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
No worries, Mark. So, we looked at our strategy, and I decided to underfuel the car in hoping that we will get a safety car in this race. And we wanted to go long in this stint, so I went for the hards to begin with, and then hope to finish on the mediums, so we can hopefully get some more points. So we start the formation lap, which is nice to see, the formation lap returning, as always. But when we came to the end of the formation lap, which we'll show you in a bit, just warming the tyres up as much as possible. It's just visually stunning, this game. It's quite intriguing how far we come. But this one's an interesting. You get to pit into your own box at will, which is a nice refreshing thing to see. And it's about time to have something like that. So we're down to get our season underway. 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are underway for season 1 of my team. And we get an okay start. We took tucking behind the Aston Martins. We pulled away alright. And so we decided to do a dive bomb past Vettel, going up alongside Schumacher. We tried Madison. Oh, the game made contact there. Oh dear, this is not going very well. So we're going past the AlphaTauri. So no, we made contact again, which is not ideal. Perez is behind us. He's battling Schumacher. We make another dive bomb. We go absolutely wide. Car is heavy on fuel, like the real life world. And we lost out to Tsunoda again. Perez is side by side with us. We go wide, which is not ideal. We go wide again, and Schumacher just damaged our front wing. God damn it, Schumacher. So after that, we lost a bit of downforce, and we got wide again, and we got stuck on the curb. We got a track violation warning with that. Track limit violation warning with that, which is not fun. And just looking at the damage, it didn't look too bad. As I was editing this video, I really don't know why I decided to pit. But during that time, I was just losing so much downforce, and I thought it was necessary to pit. I wish I didn't and carried on, but this is a nice feature. So we had a front wing change, which cost us valuable time. We will last anyway, but this was a slam on the icing on the cake. So that ruined our race, and so I'm praying for a safety car, because that will hopefully get us back into the running. So 6 laps have passed, and we've been slowly trying to catch up with the other guys up front, but then we get our second track limits violation, which is not ideal at all. And then on lap 9, I misjudged the corner and we get a 3-second time penalty, which is not fun at all. So we were just room business, and Aston Martin has gone off at that corner there. I didn't know who it was, but I was pretty sure it's Vettel at the time of the recording, editing event. And so Albon is pitted for a fresh set of hards. So this will be a nice entertainment for a very short period. And we come around here, and we're about to go on the inside of Albon. We managed to get him for the time being, which is nice. We've finally got some racing on our hands, even if it's for last place. This is all just about our pride at the end of the day. So we were just now starting to follow. Oh, Albon's just lost the rear by the looks of it. Ow. So he got on a curb and just lost the rear. That's unusual for the AI. Pretty nice to see, not gonna lie. So we've seen other cars pitting. Latifi and Ricciardo just coming out after pitting for hards. So we went go wide at turn 1, but we had the inside for turn 2 and turn 3 as well. This is fine. Yeah, that's going all fine. So we just came on Tsunoda. We passed our teammate and the Aston Martin as well. I didn't quite see who that was. I think it was Lance Stroll. But then after that, we went because of our pace early on. We were in, and the safety car didn't come out, so we were down by a lap on the fuel, which is not ideal at all. And Piastri's just lost the rear. Almost like Albon, or just like Albon, but just fully did a 180. Very well, he's routine. He's just lost the rear. It's not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. Not good. And so we try to carry on. We try to continue seriously. And we went by here, and I don't understand how this is a track limits warning, because we were literally not pushing hard at all. I did not understand that at all. And we got the Aston Martin of Vettel behind us, and it's only inevitable that he gets past us. We just have to constantly fuel safe very heavily. And then the following lap, Ricciardo was just behind us, and look at the pace of that McLaren. And he's in 17th. Don't know why he's down there. He didn't have a good qualifying from the looks from what I saw earlier. So we decided to head into the pits, and we put on the soft tires just to get to the end of the race, hopefully. And then just hope for the best. Try and find the fastest lap. But then the fast cars started approaching of Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. So I did them through, and then it's a sort of minor race. Again, we get another track warning. One more, we get 6 seconds. Again, another 3 seconds. This is not going very well at all. So really, this race has been a disaster. Just not been going our way at all. And Oscar Piastri is out. Oh man. Oh man. His first race and his retirement. I suspect it's an engine failure. Or one of the electronic controls or something. God knows. So after that, we sort of pressed on and let more lap cars pass us. And of George Russell, Sainz, and Hamilton as well. So really, it was just a simple case of trying to get to the end. And then we get another track limitation warning. So that was pretty much the icing on the cake for our race. And then, yeah, that was pretty much the race. And Max Verstappen has won the first race of the season. Just finishing off Charles Leclerc. It's funny how that didn't happen in real life. But anywho, we come through the line. We just managed to finish and just managed to save some fuel to get to the end. This has been a disastrous race.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
So, another fantastic victory for Red Bull today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
So well done to Max Verstappen and to Red Bull for winning the first race of the season. Even though this is going to be 16 races, there's still a long way to go. Enough for Ferrari to hopefully mount a challenge to the defending champion for this season. Hopefully the Mercedes guys can get up there, considering they're starting to get up there in real life now, finally, after such a woeful start for them. And it's George Russell who managed to get his first podium for Mercedes.
Sees him take over as the new leader of the Drivers'
And so,
Championship.
looking at the results,
Let's have a quick look at how the
it
drivers'
seems like it was a
standings
pretty
have
good
changed.
race.
Well,
I
after
wish
an
I
incredible day
did,
of racing, who was your
I wish I
driver of
captured
the
all
day,
the
Ant?
highlights
Well, you
from
can't fault anything that Sergio
the other
Perez did out
Grand
on
Prix,
the track
the other
today. He drove
aspects of the
flawlessly,
race,
making him an
but I
easy pick.
wasn't thinking about it at the time, and I might try and do so in the next Grand Prix, which will be in Saudi Arabia. Oh, that's gonna be a fun track to drive on. And so we managed to get acclimatization 4 from what I saw there, and get enough cash in, just under 2 mil. And so yeah, that was the race. I wish I didn't pit at that time, but it's the first race, so we can learn from it, and hopefully with the upgrades that we're going to be getting throughout the season, we can mount a challenge and try and get as points as often as possible. And as you can see, that was that's terrible. But yeah, hopefully with the upgrades that we are coming in the next episode, up to Australia, hopefully we can start becoming more competitive. And as you can see, we were just like, I love this livery on the car. It just works so nice. It really does. I might make a few alterations to it, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Anyways, I just want to say thank you for watching my first proper video of on YouTube. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Please excuse my nervous, stuttering voice. It's a bit nerving, but the more I do it, the more confident I'll get. And so yeah, the next race will be Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that one. And if you made it to this far, into this video, toward the end, just comment, made it. And thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed it, and please subscribe for more content. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.